Hey everybody, Miss Dietrich here. We're taking a look at question number 6, which requires a lot of reading and just analyzing each answer choice, and it can be easily intimidating, but we're just going to break it down. Which situation can be represented by 5/6 divided by 1/3? Let's take a look at choice A. There is 5/6 of a quiche in a refrigerator. Lila eats 1/3 of the quiche. What fraction of the quiche remains? Now, when we talk about the word of, that usually means multiply. If we were actually going to find the answer, the first step to this would be to take the 5/6 and to multiply it by 1/3, come up with some number, and then we would still have to subtract it from the amount that we started out. So that's not what we're looking at here, so we will reject choice A. Let's take a look at choice B. Of the students in the 6th grade, 5/6 live within 2 miles of school. Of the students that live within 2 miles of school, 1/3 ride their bikes to school. What fraction of the students live within 2 miles of school and ride their bikes to school? So when we see the word and, that usually means that we're adding. In this case, it looks like we'd be adding the 5/6 and the 1/3, and that's not what we're talking about here. We're looking for division. So that's not a contender. We're going to cross that one out. All right, if we look at choice C, it says a rectangle is 5/6 foot wide. So if we draw the thing to visualize it, 5/6 wide. The length is 1/3 foot greater than the width. So that means we would take 5/6 and we would have to add, because greater means we're adding to it, we would add 1/3. That's not division either, so that's kind of off the list, but let's just finish reading it. What is the length of the rectangle? Indeed, the length would be this line, and that's what they're saying that we would add. So that one's off the list. So that means D is pretty promising, so let's make sure we can make sense out of this. Addison has run 5/6 miles so far. That represents 1/3 of the total distance that Addison will run. How many miles will Addison run? If we were going to write an equation for this, it might look like this. 1/3 times the total distance, that's supposed to be a 3 by the way, times the total distance would equal the 5/6. Now if we were going to solve this, we would ask ourselves, what's the opposite of multiplying a variable with 1/3? And the answer to that question would be to be dividing it, right? Divide is the inverse. Now the way we show that is we would show it by using the reciprocal, but basically when we multiply by the reciprocal, that's what dividing is all about. If we were looking at 5/6 divided by 1/3, we would be doing this, right, as step 1. So D is the correct answer for this question. All right, so that wasn't so bad when you break it all down.